Why don't we come onto our backs? And if you like to bend your knees or rest them together or open them wide, feel free. Or you can just have the legs straight, finding a position that's comfortable and feels nice and grounded and also relaxed. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, please do so. Maybe taking these first few moments to feel the effects of gravity. Noticing how everything wants to drop into the ground. Maybe even feeling or imagining the organs in the body resting down. You might feel a sense of heaviness in the arms and the hands, feeling the weight of the head, the feet or legs, the whole back of the body, resting down, surrendering into the earth. And then we can feel the opposite of that heaviness expressed in the breath. Soft and open and light, flowing on the inhale and then letting go on the out breath. The breath, the perfect symbol of the coming together of opposites. Taking in and opening up, releasing out and letting go. And you might notice which is more difficult for you. Receiving fully or releasing completely. Today we'll begin our movement with some core strengthening, bending the knees and lifting the feet. And just take a moment, feel the lower back on the ground, the sacrum, the flat part between the waist and the tailbone. And just notice what happens if you bring your knees a little bit closer in toward you. And see if it feels like there's a real flattening of the back or an ease of having the back on the ground. And then it will no longer be easy, most likely, but try to keep the back flat on the ground and bring the knees back over the hips. And then take the knees a little further away from you and continue to press the low back flat into the ground. And breathe slow and deep. And then take the knees a little further away still. The further away you go, the more the lower back is going to want to arch, and the more you need to consciously press your belly down toward your back to flatten your back into the ground and not let it lift up. Keep the breath flowing. It's very easy to forget the breath when you're working with your core because the belly is constricted. It's not allowing you to breathe fully into your abdomen, but there's still plenty of space in the body to breathe deeply. And then take the legs a little further out still. Keep the chin toward the chest so the neck doesn't strain. Keep the breath strong and slow. And then further out still. And some more. And then till the legs are straight. Hug the knees back in. Turn your head a little bit from side to side. And now, letting go of the knees but keeping them bent, open the arms out to the side. And when you turn your head to the right, let your knees drop to the left, but don't let them touch down to the ground. And then inhale through center, head and legs. Exhale, knees right, head left. And then if you want to make this harder, straighten your legs. If fully straight is too hard, anywhere in the gray zone is perfect. So finding just the right level for you. Inhaling through center, exhaling down. Without touching the ground. Last one. And then come center and hug the knees in again. And send the legs straight up and point and flex the feet. You can hold the backs of your legs. Point and flex. Move with your breath. And then hold the legs up, but release the hands and send the arms straight up toward the sky. Take a breath in and exhale and lift your head. Reach your arms up. Reach your arms up. Reach your arms up. And breathe. Now, without changing the legs, bring your arms down, hovering above the ground. And then reach forward and pulse. It's okay to bend your legs if you need to. That's fine. You might have to work a little harder. If you're bending your knees, you're engaging more muscles, so feel free to do that. Exhale as you lift. And release your head down. Hug the knees in. And again, you might roll your head from side to side. Bring your head center. Have one hand on each knee. And then circle the knees away from each other. So they're not moving as one unit, but mirroring each other. Warming up the hips. And if you like to do even more abs, you can release your hands and just do the motion with your stomach muscles. And then circle the other way. And then if your hands are not on your knees, bring them back there. And pull the knees in and also take them wide, like you're aiming your knees past your shoulders. Breathe down into the lower belly. Breathe down into the tailbone. Breathe up all the way to the top of your head. Feeling the body receiving fully. Good. And then place the feet down. Have them be nice and wide with the knees bent. Take hold of the elbows, opposite elbows. And we'll just let the knees drop right as the elbows come left and go from side to side like that. Just warming up a little bit more in the joints. Then you can let your head turn away from the arms. Moving with your breath. Good. And then the next time the knees come down to the right, Let them stay there. Bring the left arm overhead. And if you can bring that right foot on top of the left knee to deepen the stretch. And then breathe long and reach long from the knee to the hand. You might curl the outer edge of your left foot toward your right foot, or if the foot's not there, toward your knee. See how open and spacious the body is on this left side, especially allowing the breath to fill that whole side. And then bring the arm down. If the foot is on top of the knee, bring it down and move it over again to the right. Lift the knees up and drop them to the left. So the feet starting position is wide enough so that when the knees drop down, the knee is level with the hip. If the foot is too close in, then you don't have that straight line down from your hip to your knee that we're looking for. The right arm goes overhead, and again, the left foot doesn't have to, but it can go on top of that knee. And then we'll curl the outer edge of the right foot in toward the knee or the foot. And reach out long through the right arm. And see if there's a relationship to the reaching and the breathing. Release the arm down. Release the foot off if you had it there. And then just swing the knees again a little bit from side to side. Come back to center. Bring the knees into the hands. And rock yourself up, balancing on your sit bones. Feet don't come to the ground. Start with the hands behind the backs of the thighs and the feet level with the knees. And then pull the hands toward you and lift the chest and roll the shoulders down your back. Good. Good. So you all have a really nice position with your heads. So I can't tell if anybody's straining, but just see if you can relax a little bit more in the face and in the neck. And then you can stay here, or the arms can come forward. You can stay here, or the legs can straighten. You can stay here, or the arms can come up. Or you can do none of it. Yoga is such a unique practice to each individual body, and you're really only doing it correctly if you're listening to your own body. And release down. Let the arms relax down. Pull the flesh of the buttocks back behind your sit bones. And sit up nice and tall with the feet flexed. The hands resting alongside the body. You can also have the arms up if you wish, or just relax them down. Yeah, if the arms are up though, you're not squinching the shoulders up to the ears. You always want to keep the shoulders down away from the earlobes. And if lifting the arms makes it hard for you to keep your body tall and straight, then please keep the arms down. Chin is parallel to the floor. Good. And relax. Keep the legs out wide. With the hands behind you, lift your buttocks, bring it forward and back down. Lift your chest. Breathe and relax. Breathe and relax. Inhale the arms up. Exhale down to the left. The arm comes in front of the leg. The other arm comes overhead. The gaze comes up. Maybe pressing the left arm into the left leg to help rotate the body. Maybe closing the eyes and feeling if the breath can come in any more fully. Feeling if the release can be any deeper on the exhale. Inhale the right arm up, body up. Exhale the arm down in front of the right leg, left arm up. And press the back of the arm to the inside of the leg, rolling those right ribs under you. Taking the gaze up. Reach between the left foot and the left arm in opposite directions. And inhale both arms up. Exhale the hands to the outer legs, helping the legs come back around to the front. And then cross the ankles and flip over onto hands and knees. And then we'll have the hands a little bit in front of the shoulders, shoulder width apart. And if you're not feeling up for this more vigorous practice today, then you're always welcome to just move in cat and cow. We're just really looking for anything that's going to move the spine. But if you're joining me, then we're going to exhale into a downward dog. Inhale into a plank. Exhale and lower either above or to the floor. Inhale into cobra if you're on the floor, upward dog if you're hovering. Back into plank. And back into downward dog. Inhale plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or all the way to the floor. Chaturanga is that very low half push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back into chaturanga and then downward dog. And inhale back into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, heart lifts. And if you can come from here into chaturanga and then push into downward dog, go ahead and do that. That's just a little extra piece of challenge for those who like that. I know there are some masochists out there. So just continue flowing with your breath. Cat and cow is a fine option. Even if you started this way and you're kind of done with it. If you're doing the vinyasa with me, we're on the last one now. And then we'll all make our way into downward dog. And then step your feet a little wider apart. Not fully wide, kind of halfway between hip width and wide stance. Roll the shoulders down your back. And then shift your hips to the right until the hip lines up over the heel. So it feels like from the foot to the hip on the right is a straight line. The left leg is on the diagonal. And then push forward into the hands. Send that right hip back. Drop the ribs down. Release the head down. And then shift the hips to the other side. Pressing into the hands forward, the hips back, especially that left hip. And then come center. Press forward into all 10 fingers. Back through the thighs, down through the heels. Roll the shoulders down. Good. And then lower the hips coming into a plank. And lift the right leg off the ground. Lower back, lift the left leg off the ground. Lower back, right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Back and forth with your breath. And back to plank. And start to walk the feet forward. Bend your knees. Straighten your spine so that it's parallel to the ground. Send your arms forward and then straighten your legs. Deep, slow breath. Send your arms back. Shift weight into your left foot and step your right foot back just a little bit. Bend into your left knee again, and then lift your right leg. Straighten your left leg, and if you can, bring your arms back forward. Gazing at a spot on the ground, steadying your mind with the steadiness of your breath. Bend the left knee, release the arm, step the foot down, hang over your legs a moment. Deep breath. Lift your body, bring the torso parallel to the ground and the arms back. Step the left foot back a little bit, bend the right knee, and lift the left leg behind you. Straighten the right leg, gaze down at the ground, and if you can, bring the arms forward. Bend the knee, release the arms, step the foot down, fold over your legs. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more like that. And then roll yourself up slowly, chin to chest. Take the arms up. Have the palms face forward. Lengthen up tall. Feel your spine stretching long. Take your gaze up. Inhale. And exhale. Send your hands and your gaze back. Tuck your tailbone under. And then lift through your chest. Try to breathe slow and long, like you're breathing the breath up from your feet to your fingertips. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, fold forward. Rock a little bit toward your toes and to your heels. Slowly going back and forth a few times, coordinating it with your breath. And then come to stillness. Really feel the effects of the out breath, releasing the torso down over the legs. Maybe lifting the belly in toward the spine to really empty the air out. And then let your knees bend a little bit and shift weight into your left foot and open your eyes. Establish a really nice steady breath. Keep as much of your attention on the breath as you can, and bring your left hand to the outside of your left foot, or wrapped around your right foot, or wrapped around your right big toe. That left knee is bent. We'll bring the right hand onto the right hip, and then we're going to try to stand up and bring that right leg with us. Straighten up the spine. Try to straighten out the leg. Try to lift your chest. Nice. Take the right arm out. Now you're going to move very slowly. Keep breathing. Kelly, you're holding your breath. Sorry, you were balancing so well and I screwed it up for you. So you're going to look at, almost like you're looking across the horizon. Wherever your eyes are, you're going to draw a line to the right with your eyes, nice and steady, until you're looking back behind you at your right thumb. Make sure all the air comes out as you twist. The eyes steadily come back around to the front. The arm releases down. Bring the hands onto the legs, onto the hips, and slowly lower down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward with soft knees. Head down, breath steady, weight in the right foot. Right hand comes around the outer left foot or the big toe. The left hand comes onto the hip. And then standing up, bringing that left leg with you. Lifting your chest, trying to get your body straight. Slowly, very slowly, start to straighten the leg, however much you can. Keep the chest lifted, keep the gaze steady. Take the arm out. And then draw a horizontal line across from your starting point over to the left, back to your thumb. Breathe all the way up into your chest. See if there's a sense of ease that you can find. And back around, hands to the hips, hold the leg. And release down. Release the arms, close the eyes. Feel your breath. The right foot will step forward and the left foot will step back. We'll have the back heel off the ground. And so we can really bring the hips forward. And then lower them. And then push back into that left heel. And then tuck your hips under. And then clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your arms away from your buttocks. Michael, bring your right foot forward more so that it's under your right knee. Your knee even more. I don't want your knee in front of your ankle. That's a strain on the knee. Even more. If you need to step your left foot back further, then just step your left foot back further. But I'm talking like 3 inches, not millimeters. Tiny bit more. I'm just doing this because that knee is going to not be happy. This is just too much strain on the knee. When the shin bone is going straight down into the ground, then it's just so much easier on the body. We always love those really vertical lines with the bones. Okay, inhale into the chest. Exhale and bend over, dropping your head inside the leg, lifting the arms up toward the sky. And then bring the left hand down and the right arm up, finding our way into yet another twist. Inhaling, peeling those right ribs up. Exhale, left ribs under. Now you can stay here, or if you want to take it into a balance pose, you bring the left hand forward a little bit more, shift your weight forward, and lift the back leg in our revolved half moon number 2. If your back leg is lifted, activate it. Press it back. If you're in the balance pose, bend your front knee, step your back foot back. Walk the hands to either side of that front foot. Step the right foot back, come into plank. Exhale, lower into chaturanga or to the ground. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, either right into downward dog or into chaturanga, and then downward dog. Good. And then we'll walk the feet up. Tuck the chin and roll the body up. Beautiful. Step the right leg all the way back. Bend deeply into the front leg. Good. So look down. If you cannot see the first 2/3 of your foot with your knee bent, if you straighten your leg, then you're not helping. So with the bend in your knee that you've chosen for yourself, so everybody bend your knee, however much you're going to do it. Then look down and see if you can see the first 2/3 of your foot. If you can't, you need to move that foot further forward. Okay, and then tuck the hips under. Press back through the right thigh and the right heel. Clasp your hands in your non-habitual clasp. Sorry I didn't remind you to check which way you were doing it before, but you know which way you naturally want to go. Go the other way. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe into the heart. Almost like the heart and the back thigh are doing a little tug of war here. Moving the hips forward and the heart forward, but the leg back. Keep that back leg perfectly straight. And then fold, lifting the arms, dropping the head. Centering yourself in your breath. And then release the right hand to the ground. Straighten your torso so that you can twist it and lift the left arm up. Or come into your balance pose, walking the right hand a little more forward and lifting your right leg back and activating the leg, turning the ribs up and to the left. Looking at your left thumb. And release the hand down. Bring the foot alongside the other foot. Bend the knees deeply, dropping the buttocks to the heels. Good. And then come and sit down. Have the feet on the ground. Then we'll bring the right foot over to the left side. Not hugging it in, but so the shin is completely horizontal, parallel to your mat edge. And then we'll bring the right foot over onto the left foot. Good. And you can just wiggle your way into it. And good. So you can stay here and work with deepening the posture by pushing into your fingers and lowering your knees. So instead of that underside foot tucking in toward you, move it away from you. Yeah, lining it up. It may be an optical illusion for me. It may already be like that. So we want to try to have the ankle on the knee and the knee on the ankle. Doesn't mean that it's going to rest right on it, but that's the alignment we're looking for. And like I said, we can stay with the hands behind us, which kind of helps press the knees down, which makes it more intense. Or you can bring the arms into the same position as the legs, taking opposite elbows. And then you can, if you want, fold forward. Letting the elbows release toward the ground. Letting the breath deepen in the body. Find the balance between receiving deeply and releasing fully. The breath is such a great teacher in that it shows us that the more we receive, the more we're able to give and let go of. We don't have to be afraid of receiving, as long as we also let go. And then if you're folded, lift up and release the arms. Have them behind you. Release that left foot out. Bring the right foot down. Bring the left foot over. Drop the knee. And again, same thing. You can stay here with your hands behind you, lifting and opening your heart and pressing the knees toward the ground. You can have the arms come to the opposite elbow, switch to take the other side, and you can fold forward. Be with your breath wherever you are. Take refuge in your breath. And inhale up if you were folded. Exhale, release the arms. And release the legs. Shake the legs out. Bend the knees. Bring the arms forward onto your chest or up in order of difficulty, and then slowly lower down onto your back. Once you've come down, rest your arms, lift your hips and tuck them under. Release the legs and shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. And then we'll all let the arms rest out away from the body, legs out away from each other. And take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale out of the mouth, sinking into the ground. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth. Release the jaw. Let the lips slightly part. Relax the tongue. Inhale. Exhale out of the mouth, washing away the activity of the mind. Coming into the stillness of the mind by connecting with the movement of the breath. And we'll let go of even the breath, allowing it to just happen, and just letting the mind rest in the feel, in the knowing of the breath, just as it is. And the mind may wander, that's fine, that's what the mind does. Just bring it back again and again. Deeply relaxed, letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock side to side, massaging your back on the ground. Come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot, waking up the energy in the body again. And roll to one side. Rest your head on your underside arm. Rest your body on the ground. Once again, feeling gravity as you sink and relax and release your weight into the earth. Feeling held from below, supported from above, and spacious within. Slowly begin to lift yourself up to sitting. Let your head come up last. Sit any way that you're comfortable. Sinking down through the sit bones, lifting through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.